droplets. And when this one happens, the opposite is true. The management pockets all this profit and does very little, other than putting systems in place, other than buying equipment and installing. Then it's the employee who wakes up in the morning. It's the employee who must make sure that this system is running. It's the employee whose very blood controls this whole thing. That is what we are experiencing. I don't know which entity. Mwalimu, I'm not inciting you, because my late grandfather also wanted me to be a teacher. And today when I'm...
Yes.
Usijali. Usijali. This is the last time now I'm using you, if you don't feel comfortable. This year I'm living the wishes of my late grandfather. But there was a time he also wanted me to be a teacher. Even if I was to look at the education sector, for a long time, last, I still have a friend, bado anarandaranda, yuko KU, bado anarandaranda huko, is not yet gone to class, because even the teachers, the tutors, the lecturers who are supposed to get back to class, are only in class theoretically, hawajaonekana pale practically. So they are still enjoying ile ya Ruiru ndio sasa makao yao. We get very little. You can decide. There are two ways of dealing with this. Where am I engaged? There are only two ways of dealing with this. You can continue in the system and take the droplets, or when you think that enough is enough, when you've had enough, and think that you've had enough, you can decide to make a change. Because no change will ever occur without the decision. And no decision will ever be made without the desire. There is this story I had. Nilitumiwa kwa WhatsApp na mwingine. He had visited a friend of his, and just close to his friend, there was a dog seated. And the dog was whining. So he was like, hey, what is happening with that dog? So he decided to ask his friend, by the way, what seems to be happening to the animal by your side? The animal is just whining. The friend told him, it's whining because it's sitting on Musumari. Yeah. Kumbe hata wewe ulipata hiyo, ulikopi ilikufikia. Now, the dog had sat on that nail from the time the friend visited. Back at Saizo, the dog is still seated on that nail, keeping still whining. And then he was like, hey, but if it's a nail, why doesn't it move from the nail? Jamaa akajibu vizuri, it has not yet hurt enough. The day poverty will shtua wewe vizuri, you will make the decisions. My friend, we move on now. Let's get now to the financial institutions. And the financial institution is a very funny place. It's a place which we have entrusted our monies to. We've entrusted our treasures to a place called a bank. If I have few ingots of gold, I keep it wapi? In the bank. When I have money, I take to the bank. Okay? So it's me to do all the donkey's work and take to that institution for safe custody. The same institution has two kinds of people. There are some people we call bankers. But who has ever heard of a banker? Ni swali nauliza, wangapi wamesikia mtu anaitwa banker? Okay, hapa inaonekana hamjawahi sikia kuna mtu anaitwa banker. Mbona ni surprise yani? Okay, my first question was, wangapi wamesikia mtu anaitwa banker? Na nimeona tu kila mtu. Now, let me say this. When I ask a question, saa zingine nauliza tu because I want both of us to be engaged in this. How many people have heard of a banker? By so raising your hand, you are also enabling your body to increase. It does not even care about fishing. I've just used fishing as an example. But I usually lament Turwa and Nyakach. So, for me to get to Nyakach, I've got to pass a place inaitwa Ahero. I say you are going to Ahero Ndalomangeni. Because for 3 months, somebody tills the ground, make sure that there is enough water, opigo michele, chwekae, you know, a leech. Join with one thing in mind to help the other person. But the goodness is, when you help the other person today, you will be helped tomorrow. Because our other friends have gone to church, I want you to join them in church by just sharing this verse with you. Luke chapter 6, verse 38. And that verse is one verse which I've tried very much to memorize. Luke chapter 6, verse 38. Whoever has it can share it with us. If not, I can simply bring to you my memorized version. Luke chapter 6. Or somebody, Mwalimu, don't remind me our. Luke chapter 6, as human beings. So, you will get from human beings. In fact, it would have been better that at that time of volunteers, that I get a man and if it was mixed, male and female. But just get it right that it's anthropos. No, it should be now anthropoi, because anthropos is singular, anthropoi is plural. Okay, we need some Greek. Those days when we went to school, Madimu, those days when we went to school, we also went to other colleges. We were studying the Bible. New Testament, you've got to study it in Greek. Old Testament, you've got to do it in Hebrew. And Hebrew, that is why all those were performing better in Old Testament.